Hello there, I'm Michael Leverton, and I've written a book called 150 Shards of Light. That's to say, there are 150 short articles in this book, all taking some extract from the Bible, and where that is relevant, I'll let you know which part of the Bible that is. So I hope you enjoy reading these, and I'm not going to read all 150, don't worry. I'm going to just read some of the ones that I think are quite interesting and relevant. So this one's called 10 Men Who Destroyed a Generation. And it's referred to in Numbers, the book of Numbers, chapter 13, where the Israelites arrive at the promised land. Moses sends 10 men in, leaders of the tribes, into the Canaan area to investigate and see what it's like, do a reconnaissance, come back and report, and let them all know what we're looking forward to. So, 10 Men Who Destroyed a Generation. This is a make-believe cross-examination by somebody of those 10 men to give an account of why they messed up, frankly. So here we go. Now, this is the first chance we've had to review what happened down on earth. So think carefully before you answer. I'll set out the position, and then you can have your turn. Now, you Israelites were slaves in Egypt. Moses was sent by God to lead you out of slavery and into the promised land of Canaan. Through a series of perverse, miraculous events, culminating in the death of the firstborn of his nation, Pharaoh agreed to let you all go. After you'd left, Pharaoh changed his mind. You'd only got to the Red Sea when his army appeared. It looked hopeless, but God, as we all know, parted the Red Sea, and you crossed it on dry land. When the Egyptian army followed, it drowned. Then there was the issue of food. You'd run out of it. So God provided quail in the evening and manna in the morning. Then, when you couldn't find any water in the desert, God provided it. When the Amalekites came to attack you, God helped you to defeat them. It must have been clear that with God, nothing is impossible. And just keep that in mind for a moment. But how fickle you Israelites were. When Moses disappeared up on Mount Sinai, you all thought he'd gone forever and started worshipping a golden calf, for goodness sake, that Aaron had made. Was it because you thought God was all kindness and soft? Had you forgotten he had a hard edge to him, that he'd punished the Egyptians to persuade them to let you go? Well, you paid for that error soon enough. So we have a situation where you are aware that God looks after you in astonishing ways, but punishes you if you disobey. That set the scene for what followed. Moses brought you to the land of Canaan, and then selected you, the heads of your tribes, to explore the land that God had given you to occupy. You did that, but when you returned, you brought back a report that said we couldn't go in because the people there were bigger and stronger than we were. I'm leaving Joshua and Caleb out of this. You had forgotten that with God, nothing is impossible. You had discouraged the Israelites from entering Canaan. You had treated God with contempt. So what happened? First of all, you 10 were struck down and died of plague. Then the Israelites tried to enter Canaan, but in their own strength, without God. That failed. Then they spent 40 years in the wilderness until the whole generation who'd refused to enter Canaan where God told them to had died out. It seems to me that it was you who caused the death of that generation. Now, what's your take on that?